Okay, quickly because of time, let's continue with our measuring tools. So I have 5 examples for you guys, okay? You are going to give me 5 more examples that you can think of. But I have 5 examples for you of measuring tools. Measuring tools, are things that can help us to know the size and the amount of something. Measuring tools. So another tool that I have here. I have 2 more tools for you. What do you call this? Who can tell me? Very good. And you use these tools in your class. So we have a ruler. Okay? We have a ruler. Let me use this one. We have a ruler. A ruler, okay? When we are in class, we usually use a ruler. Here, when we are doing our work in class, we use these tools. So they also help us to make our work to be easy. But what does a ruler do? What do we use it for? What does it measure? Okay? So a ruler measures how long something is. So a ruler measures how long something is. If we want to know how long is the distance between, let me see, between this point, let's say this is, who is this? This is Polly. Okay? There is Polly, and here we have Wayne. Okay? If we want to know the distance between Polly and Wayne, how do we know that? We can take a ruler and we measure here the distance between Polly and Wayne. And the distance there is what? 28 centimeters. Okay? So we will use our ruler to measure the distance between Polly and Wayne. And we have our measure. We now know how long is the distance. Okay? The distance is how long something is. So now we have the distance between Polly and Wayne. We know that they are 28 centimeters apart. How did we know that? We measured with our ruler. So ruler helps us to measure that, how long something is. And let's look at another tool. There are many tools, okay? Let's look at another tool. We have a hand lens. Or, if we don't have a hand lens, what can we use? Who can tell me? Scientists use hand lens and what? Huh? Say it. Microscope. Microscope. Scientists also use a microscope or a hand lens. What do they use it for? Who can tell me? What do we use a microscope for and a hand lens for? So scientists use this. Can you see my hand lens? So I have these two hand lenses here. I didn't come with my microscope, okay? Because it's too big. But I have my hand lenses here. You will see the microscope later on. So we use these two things to make small things that we can't see to be bigger. So scientists use this to make small things to become bigger. So I can look at you now and you look big. You see, your head is big. I can see you using a hand lens. So what do they use it for? They measure the size of an object, okay? And it makes small things to be bigger. They use it to measure. It measures the size. Okay, my space there, let me write it just over here. I don't have enough space, my people. So I'm going to start writing here, okay? Let me use a different pen. They use a hand lens or a microscope to measure the size of unseen objects. Okay? So a hand lens or a microscope, scientists use this, a hand lens, so that we can make small things become bigger, to measure the size of unseen object. For example, you can't see a virus. You can't see coronavirus, okay? But how do scientists know that there is a coronavirus and it's airborne? They take the unseen object. They take the small substance in the air or sometimes in our blood. And for them to be able to see that, oh, there is a virus in this blood, what do they use? They use a microscope. Okay? Because a microscope can make them be able to see. They are able to see when there is something in your blood. So they can measure the size and identify things using a microscope. So let's look at them again. We have the third one, a ruler, and the fourth one, a hand lens or a microscope. So these are some of the tools that scientists use every day to show us the amount or the size of something, of different objects. So you have, let me see. You have 2 minutes. No, 2 minutes is too long. Okay? You have 3 seconds to copy this there in your book. Quickly because of time. 1, 2, 3 seconds. Gone. Okay. Bye. Watch the next coming video after this one. Okay?